Good morning. I am Alexandra Noel. I hope you all are staying warm in this cool winter weather. So, week 4. This one's a little hard for me. I'm getting ready to move, and the first thing I packed was all of my breakables, my knickknacks, my items that just bring me joy, but I don't need every day. So, where is it? What do I want to show you? And what keeps me from having to open 5 or 6 boxes to look for one item? Then I realized I have talked about forensic art and mentioned this path I went down, but some of you might not understand or know about it. Forensic art is any art that has to do with a criminal investigation. It could be reconstructing a crime scene, post-mortem identification, 2D composites, composite drawing, where you see a crime and I help draw an image of the person you saw. It can be courtroom drawings, and my personal favorite, 2D or 3D reconstructions. So I moved to Scotland in summer of 2015 to study forensic art and facial identification. And as I approached the summer of 2016 and got ready for my final master's thesis, I met Edgar. Edgar is a skull housed in the Dundee student collection that was looted from somewhere in South America. Now, by means that are completely controversial and terrible, Edgar's skull made it to London, was kept in a hospital collection in London, and then eventually wound up in Scotland through Professor Sue Black. We really have no means of returning it because we don't know anything about where he came from or even how he was acquired. This is one of those don't ask, don't tell moments. Edgar is an example of cranial deformation, so there's still a lot we can learn about him. So I made a 3D scan and then a 3D print of Edgar. I used this to create a model of Edgar using physical clay. And then I also turned to a computer and did a digital reconstruction. I built up muscles. I gave him a mandible because he doesn't have a lower jaw. Using scientific process and average measurements, I was able to recreate Edgar in a 2D, 3D, and a digital method so that we could see how Edgar might look based on modern approximations. We know he wouldn't demonstrate many European characteristics as he was pre-contact. We know he would resemble some of the Native Americans we have today, and he might also resemble some of our Asians and those different cultures. Now, over the years, we have amassed a large database of averages, the average cheek, the average tissue depths of different areas of the face. Using this, I was able to reconstruct Edgar and kind of give him a face and an approximation of how he would have looked. Edgar's cranial deformation probably didn't stunt his growth or deter him in any way, and it didn't cause him to die young. Edgar probably lived to roughly 40 years old. He was at least older than 25 based on his teeth and other markers and things like that, though not able to be judged precisely because of the deformation gives him an older age and characteristic. I hope you guys have enjoyed this brief topic and viewing my master's thesis. I look forward to seeing what you all bring, and have a wonderful